check.
Okay. And what does that stand for?
The NICS.
What is that? National Information Crime Syndicate?
Let me pull that up because I never.
Might as well
really
be, man. If it's a government agency, it's crooked. You can believe that.
Find that.
Stream looks good. Everything's rolling up, running good, folks. I do apologize for the little bit of bullshit we had this morning with the stream going down. I do have some things that we have to get in here this morning. Hayden, I got those Molly, the ex porn star, and you haven't even heard the whole clip in its entirety, have you?
I haven't.
No.
The NICS. When you go in, I don't mean to bring it up this way, but when you go into jail and they book you and they run your fingerprints,
yeah,
that's called the Next Generation Incident Command System.
Oh.
So it's the way the FBI themselves actually prevent future crimes or know who you are if you do commit a future crime. Pretty much run your fingerprints.
AKA, it's how Big Brother keeps track of you.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's used by the federal firearms licensees so that they know if you have a felony or not.
Sure.
It's a very thorough background check.
Yeah, well, so they say. Because, there's so many people that go through that bullshit that shouldn't get guns.
Another version of it is the National Instant Criminal Background Check System.
Okay.
And so they use that to prevent you from being able to buy a firearm.
So it gets deep, man.
Oh, yeah. It'll run your record,
probably all the way back to your 18, anything you've ever done, jobs.
Now in Florida.
Everything.
In Florida, if you are under 24, under 24, they will run in court and use your juvenile record.
Really?
Yeah. Because when I went in, they tried to run my juvenile record that I had no previous things. But I watched other people have strikes used against them.
Right.
From their juvenile record.
Yeah, well, I know all about having your past brought up against you, that's for sure. I was trying to get up Clyston 9 radar, but I guess it was down before.
Wow.
What are you wowing about?
Silent Mish sent me a link to a news story, and it's a tanker exploding and leaking fuel into a sewage system.
Where?
It's not shown where.
Get that up on
Nashville, Tennessee.
In Nashville, Tennessee, we have a tanker leaking shit.
No, they were leaking gas into shit.
I got a caller calling in here. Let's take this call here. Hey, Mike, you're on the air.
Good morning.
How are you, sir? We were talking about some gun control and things of that nature. I don't know if you were listening to it, but Hayden's pretty versed. But we just got a message from Silent Mish that in where, Hayden? Tennessee?
Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville, Tennessee, we have a tanker that is dumped over and spilling gas into the sewage system.
Right.
Nice. So that's pretty interesting news. But, the reason I was having you call in, Mike, is, and this is Mike the Mechanic, everyone. If you're looking for a really good mechanic to get the job done right the first time, go ahead and hit us up on Facebook, and we'll get you his information and contact number. But the reason I wanted you to call in, Mike, is I know in the past that you had a few guns. You've taken me shooting a few times, and I know you believe in the right to bear arms, but you're also a law-abiding citizen. So there are those loopholes that you know of with the system, with guns and gun control and all of that kind of things that I'm sure you'd like to see cleaned up and improved, so the wrong person doesn't end up with a gun.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You put a gun in the wrong person's hands, and it's definitely a problem. The thing that worries me more than anything is that you can privately sell a gun and you don't even need to know who you're selling it to.
That's what Hayden was saying before. That really opened my eyes to a few things, and that's when I had mentioned to him about, maybe there should be more, rules when it comes to that right there. There should be some kind of governing. Maybe, your local law enforcement has to come out and they might have to sign the bill of sale or something to say, hey, this is who I sold this gun to,
Yeah, if not anything, just enough to cover your ass for, not selling it to the wrong person. I think that the person that is selling the gun should have some responsibility to the crime committed in the near future with that gun if they sell it to the wrong person.
Right, if that gun gets in the wrong person's hand,
Exactly.
Right, yep.
Exactly.
And what Hayden enlightened me to is that exact fact that, let's say, the original owner's name, the first person who bought the gun brand new is registered to that gun, and then, it gets sold 3 or 4 times, in maybe 5 years, and then it ends up to that one guy who takes it to the gun show and sells it,
Right.
And then there's no regulation to that. I could walk in and buy it when I'm not supposed to have one, I mean, that's scary. That's scary, because, unlike me, I'm like I said, I'm a very peaceful person. I don't own any guns. I own knives and stuff like that. I admire them more than I look at them as weapons, but guns don't really scare me. It's the people that have the gun that scare me, I'll be honest with you.
Oh, absolutely. You can hang a gun on the wall for 100 years and it will never go off until somebody pulls that trigger.
Absolutely. Right. I know you have a few pieces in your home that are beautiful but never been fired.
Yep.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So, there's there's loopholes. Especially here in Florida. I'm not sure the answer behind it to solve the issue. I do know that we need to stop reacting to the gun violence and start making a solution to it before it happens.
Yeah, because look at us. Here we are, third day into this Ferguson incident?
Yeah.
That's crazy, huh?
I haven't. I know it's crazy. I haven't really been following it all too much. I'm trying to stay away from the news.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
No, not on your end. Just in general.
No, I know. I'm breaking your balls, buddy. Breaking your balls live here on Talk Shit Radio.
But yeah, no, like I said, there's always going to be guns, and there's always going to be criminals, and there's always going to be good people.
And there's always going to be criminals with guns.
Right, but you just hope that the good people with the guns outweigh the criminals, and that's part of the being proactive too.
Certainly.
If you got 5 good people with a gun in any facility or any situation, and one bad person takes it out, chances are that person is going to be in a bad way.
You know what's scary these days too, Mike, though? Those people that are those good people that we trust to protect and serve us, sometimes those are the bad people with the guns, as we're seeing more and more in our country. And I'm not going to single not one police force out there. I won't do that because it's happening everywhere.
Oh yeah, it's just in general. In general, gangsters with badges, gangsters with guns.
There's always bad guys posing as good guys.
Hayden just said, and I do apologize, folks. Hayden can't hear, or Mikey can't hear Hayden that good because of our system, the phone system that we have. But there's always going to be, what'd you say, Hayden?
Bad guys posing as good guys.
Bad guys posing as good guys, unfortunately. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So how's your day going, Mike?
Good.
Yeah.
Good, getting rolling here, getting some cars going through.
Yeah, I was going to say, you busy in the shop?
Yeah, got one pulling in as we speak.
Nice. So, very good.
Let me go and tend to this person, and you guys have a wonderful day.
Buddy, I'll hit you up off the air.
Have a good one, Mike.
Okay, appreciate you.
Thanks for the insight, man.
All right, see you.
Bye. So that was Mike the mechanic calling in, giving us his insight on gun control, which is basically the same belief, responsible gun ownership right there. And like I said, he's taken me shooting once or twice, but that was probably 10 rounds out of the once or twice that his guns have ever shot. He's just that way, you know what I mean? He's got them, And very, very responsible gun owner right there, I got to say.
I'm active about my shooting. I like to, for one, know that my guns work. Two, I really enjoy shooting them.
I've never had a gun. I've never really, even when I could own a gun, I've never had a gun to where I can go and shoot one like that all the time. I've only got to go with a few people here and there. And I mean, let's face it, bro. I moved down here in Florida in 1989. And really, I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? I was 17 when I first got here, turned 18 a few months prior. Excuse me. And so, yeah, you know, I ran into some real interesting characters that said, "Hey, Lou, you want to go shooting?" I'm like, "Sure, let's go." And, "Well, come on with me. I'll take you shooting." You know, and it was some of it was scary. You know, I never knew. The one time I remember, I didn't think I was going to make it home because I thought this guy was going to kill me in the woods, and it was crazy.
Most of the people I've been shooting with are military trained.
Yeah,
and that's where I got.
See, then you don't have to worry, and that's why you're knowledgeable about this, huh?
Yeah, I grew up from 15 to 18 with my sister and brother-in-law. He loves guns. He's in the military. He shoots a 308
He shoots a big gun.
He shoots a minigun out of the side of a helicopter. So you can
Lucky
imagine.
Bastard.
Yeah.
That's like, bro. All right, so just picture this. All right, growing up as a GI Joe fanatic, man. That's like everybody's dream, you know, being GI Joe himself. You know.
Right.
Unfortunately, we live in a world where we actually have to go and fly over people and unload our guns on them. But human nature, folks, that's war. It's a bitch.
It's war.
Yeah. But still, it would be a cool freaking job. Me personally, if I was to go into the military, as far as because of where we're at now in this world and who we're fighting, I would have to say I would try to get on a submarine.
Right.
Because I don't care who we're fighting now over there in the Middle East. Really, all we got to worry about is Russia, and we really don't have to worry about Russia. We have to worry about Japan. We really don't have to worry about... I mean, we have the biggest and the baddest Navy in the world, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let me just put it this way. From an electronics technician from his lips to my ears, the question that I asked him was, well, are there really nuclear missiles on your sub? Because he is in, and I won't say the sub, but a nuclear deterrent submarine. And he says, well, I cannot confirm nor deny that they are, but what I can tell you is the government doesn't spend $100 billion on a submarine that is capable of destroying the world with 21 nuclear warheads and not put it in the water without having 21 nuclear warheads on it. So, and then he changed the subject real quick, and we started talking about something else. So make no mistake. I mean, they're out. So my point to that is you know, I don't know. I just feel safer in a submarine, bro. I mean, we're really not fighting anybody right now. What are we gonna do? We're gonna worry about these pirates in Somalia coming after a submarine. You good looking with that?
I'm just gonna touch the face of this.
What?
There's things in our military, in our aircraft, and everything else.
All right, go easy. What you say here, too.
That we don't gotta worry about shit.
Oh, I have no idea.
I know that there's
but I'm not ignorant. Yeah.
I know that there's mocking forces in other countries that have the same things. We buy and sell information on these.
All I have to say is people, do you remember the Apollo program? All of those rockets that we put up in space and came back down. And they built so many different Apollo rockets. Well, they're now ICBMs. But they're not ICBMs like Russia brought and parked over in Cuba. They're very sophisticated. They're a 16th of the size. And there's a dude sitting on a computer screen flying a drone helicopter in Tampa. Okay? But his helicopter is across the other side of the globe with a giant missile on it. Okay? But it's not so giant. My point to that is we will unleash hell. I should have put the echo in on that, huh? That would have been cool. I have it on this board here. Could have went hell, hell, hell. Hey, Silent Mish just walked in the studio. Silent Mish, what do you have to say? Alrighty. Always a great deal to hear from Silent Mish. No.